Hello, everybody. Colin Sheehan back here on Capping the Card, and we are going to Assiniboia Downs for one more Monday night. We do it live on Monday nights with the NFL season starting. We're going to move our show to Tuesday, so this will be the last Capping the Card for Monday nights. This one is for Labor Day night, Monday, September 4th, and we're going price hunting. I got some prices for you. Stay tuned for the Assiniboia Downs Capping the Card.
Today's video is brought to you by Assiniboia Downs Gaming and Event Center. Be sure to tune into this channel live Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern for Monday Night Lights, hosted by Trust the Profits.
That's right. Colin Sheehan here on Capping the Card, here on Trust the Profits. Please like and subscribe. It is so helpful for the channel when you hit those two buttons. We greatly appreciate everybody's support. And be sure to join us live right here, 8:30 on Monday nights for our live show covering Assiniboia Downs. We can bring you the races live. We can chat with you, and we handicap together. We talk StableDuel theory. We pay attention to the standings. StableDuel has changed the way in which points are awarded. There's no more negative points in StableDuel. Go in, make sure you update your apps for StableDuel. Head over to the Assiniboia Downs player portal. They have free past performances. They have charting horse value information, Brisnet past performances for you, Horse Racing Nation power plays. They give it all to you. It's the best place to play, and it gets you through the beginning of your nights. As I mentioned in the open, we're going to be moving to Tuesday nights to give people the opportunity to watch football and not compete against that. And we will start doing our live shows on Tuesday night. So this Monday will be our last live show on a Monday night, but don't you worry. So considering it's our last Monday, I did some handicapping for us. I went through every race, and I'll give you a top pick and a value play. And I'm going price hunting on this card. A lot of 4-1, 5-1, 6-1s that I've made my top pick. So stay tuned, and be sure to check out a lot of the other coverage we have as we bring you getting close to Breeders' Cup season. We started a new Breeders' Cup series. We have our weekly handicapping video. Jessica's working hard on the pedigree. And also jump over and check out the shorts that we're putting out. We have some quick content for you to digest that we love to hear your feedback on. It helps us decide if we should continue doing it. But without further ado, that's enough of an introduction. Let's dive right in to Monday, September 4th's card. We're back to having 7 races at Assiniboia Downs. And race 1, we have a field of 5. It's a claiming race for $10,000. Sorry, my graphic is wrong there. It's a $10,000 claiming race, going 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up. You have 3 horses here that are all dropping from the allowance level, and that is the 1, the 2, and the 3. The number 5, Rockin' at the Party, is going to be your early speed. This horse tried the claiming $10,000 ranks last time out, lost by 5 lengths up at Assiniboia Downs on August 2nd. The 4 just tried the claiming $10,000 level, finished 3rd as almost even money, wasn't the favorite, was trying the allowance level prior to that. Now you're getting number 1 properly connected, your 3-2 morning line favorite on a horse that is 1 for 17. And that's hard for me to endorse a horse going off as your morning line favorite who is 1 for 17. Now, sure, this horse has shown a lot of early speed. That early speed figures are strong as well. But based on the odds, I am actually going to go with the number 2. Better Make That 2, a fitting name for your number 2 horse. And I've made this horse both my top pick and my value pick because I am high on a horse that is not only 3 for 7 lifetime, but 3 for 7 up at Assiniboia Downs, including a stakes win last year, July 5th. Actually, this horse started off his career going 3 for 3. Then had a couple trip ups at the end of last year. It's important to note that this horse has only raced once this year. So this is going to be second off the layoff for this horse at 6-1. This horse was bumped last time, was in between horses, had all the excuses on August 22nd to not get the job done coming in from off of that layoff. Hopefully this horse will get back to a little bit of what it did when it broke its maiden, when it won that allowance race and when it put up a speed figure of 75 in that stakes race last July. The number 3, Call the Cops, is your other horse that's dropping down here. Has certainly lost to some credible company, 2 and 3 back with My Noah and Jeff Fafa. Crowned Royal, we saw it on the past performances there as well. So the allowance races that the 3, Call the Cops, has been losing to is also Admiral. The reason I wasn't crazy about Call the Cops was the 1 for the 15 at the distance, 2 for 25 at Assiniboia Downs. I'm just going to take my shot with Better Make That 2, who on a smaller scale, a smaller list of races, has had some success. So Better Make That 2, both my top pick and my value play. Let's move on to race 2. We have a field of 5. This is a claiming race for $4,000. Race number 2 for Assiniboia Downs. I have the bias here of your horse that's shipping in. That's the number 3, Ask for Bodie, who I've decided to make my top pick. Your 5-2, not favorite. The number 2, Shooting Money, is your 7-5 morning line favorite. Ask for Bodie is a horse that had been racing down at Gulfstream Park, Tampa Bay, Prairie Meadows. And if you go back to the beginning of the Assiniboia Downs season, we talked about the success that a lot of the horses shipping in were having versus the horses that were coming off of those long layoffs at Assiniboia Downs. So I certainly have some bias here, and I'll admit that, but the speed figures certainly fit compared to this field. And you also have a horse that's 5 for 7 in the money in 2023. So from a StableDuel standpoint, I think this is a good, strong play. And your speed figures, a couple 90s down at Tampa Bay, is certainly strong enough against what else is here in this field. Now, Bite the Bullet Bro, who's going to be my value play at 5-1. This is the horse that has shown quite a bit of early speed earlier in this season, which I was talking about up at Assiniboia Downs, including a wire-to-wire victory on June 19th, where ended up winning by 7 lengths. Now, it needs to get back to those 2 races in June. The 2 races in July left some to be desired. This horse goes off of the layoff. But remember what Tim said on some of our live streams. Pay attention to these horses up at Assiniboia Downs that get a couple workouts in between races, because a lot of the horses up there are just racing to stay in shape or racing to get back in shape. Well, this horse actually had a bullet workout on August 23rd. I know it was only 1 of 7, but also had a workout on August 2nd and August 16th. So 3 workouts since the last time Bite the Bullet Bro was out on the track, and actually lost in his last race to the number 2, Shooting Money, a horse whose speed figures are consistent as well. But the bias of the shipper is where I'm going to go for my on-top play with Ask for Bodie in race 2 up at Assiniboia Downs. So let's move on to race 3. Oops, sorry. There we go. Double-clicked it there for you. We have a maiden $20,000 race going 5 furlongs for 2-year-old fillies. I'm playing a little bit of a trainer angle here for sure, because Devin Gittins in 19 races for 2-year-olds this year has 5 winners. That's a 26% strike rate, and that's a pretty specific type of races when you're looking at Assiniboia Downs, because they haven't had a ton of these 2-year-old races, and these are the fillies. So I'm going to go with Gittins for both my top pick and my value play. But I'll be honest, I looked at that trainer angle after I had already decided on these 2 horses. And the reason that I landed on my kind of night is 8-5. But you have to be impressed with the fact that they started this horse off at a stakes level in the debutantes. And this horse bumped at the beginning of that race, had a good duel on the inside, and then ultimately faded. They come back at the maiden special weight, shows really what good early speed going 5 furlongs, even after he was veering in, I should say. And then has come back. There was a workout right prior to that August 21st race as well. So we talked about horses having workouts in between races. Obviously, for 2-year-olds, you're going to see that a lot more. But this horse has 2 races under the belt, and the second one was a 20-point increase in the speed figure. So you're getting a strong trainer with a horse who they clearly have high expectations for. The number 4, I just looked at that early speed figure. This horse, they've tried stakes level in the last 2 races and finished 3rd, 2 lengths behind in the last one, behind Just Let Me Adam. This horse has also had some trouble breaking slow and was wide in the 2nd attempt. I think she is also a threat here with a jockey by No who's obviously very capable. So you're getting Gittins at 8-5 and 4-1. These would be the 2 that I'm really highest on. I will be playing both of these, or we'll see how the rest of the stable figures out, but one of them will definitely be in my stable for Monday night, and I think that one of these will absolutely be your winner, and you can go either way. Pay attention to the odds board, especially as they get close to post time. Race 4, we go back to the claiming level for $5,000. It's 7 furlongs. 3-year-olds and up, you have a field of 6. Most have been trying this $5,000 level. None of these horses really stood out to me. You have a lot of a lot of similar horses. And when I come across a puzzle in a race like that, I am much more likely to land on some prices. And this is where we started talking about in my open hour, my picks. We're going price hunting. It starts here in race 4, and the first horse at 4-1 that I'm going to take a shot with does have Chevy and Chow aboard. This is Bits of Lemon Drop, your number 4. This horse has been very consistent in the last 2, 4, 5 races, 1 victory and 4 seconds. You have a pretty good confidence that Bits of Lemon Drop is going to be in the mix for you. The 2 guaranteed delivery, who's going off at 5-2, to me just doesn't like to win. Has been trying this claiming $5,000 level now 5 or 6 different times. Bits of Lemon Drop, only the last 2 races were at this claiming 5,000 non-winners of 2 levels. And for my value play, I'm going to go with the number 3, looking for kicks. And my strategy here is you have a horse that has continued to improve this year. Started racing on June 20th with a 53, July 5th with a 55. Did have a setback on July 19th when he stalked the pace inside early and faltered, only putting up a 25, but then comes back with a 53. And last time out with the victory in the maiden claimer at 5,000, ends up putting up a speed figure of 60. That was a race in which he charged late and rallied up. So I will take a shot with looking for kicks as my value play. A little bit of knowing what the other ones have done at the claiming level. Hasta La Vista is your 7-5 morning line favorite, and I just couldn't see that big of an advantage over the rest of this field, at least for me personally, that would make me interested in taking this horse. Now, the one advantage that you get with Hasta La Vista Honey is the victory at the distance. That was actually last year, May 18th. I'm all set with 7-5 in a race such as this one. I just did not have a strong opinion. On to race number 5, another 7 furlong race. And my notes on this race were, is anybody really interested in the distance here? We have a field of 7 claiming $7,500. I think your 1 Double Barrel Delight is a great stable dual play. This horse is 9 for 10 in the money. A lot of those races were at maiden special weight. Last time, after breaking the maiden, gets up into the claiming $7,500 non-winners of 2 lifetime, finishes a 4th. That was behind Anna Kazana, who was very impressive on that night, August 21st. That was one of our live shows. But Chow is still aboard for Michael Nault, and those connections have been very strong. Double Barrel Delight is definitely a horse that I want to pay attention to when it comes to your stable duels. As far as my top pick and my value play, I decided to go to the number 7 as my top pick, Just Oppose. This horse broke the maiden 2 back. Then the jockey change over to Ronaldo Cumberbatch. You're getting him at 5-1. Cumberbatch rode this horse last time out in that exact same race in which Anna Kazana won and put up a 53 speed figure. But Just Oppose has been increasingly getting those speed figures higher and higher. And I like the fact that the maiden victory was at 7.5 furlongs here on August 9th. 7 furlongs is a tricky distance. And so to have a victory within half of a furlong of that odd distance is encouraging. All-Terrain Jane at 8-1. This is a horse that is game and makes late runs. The distance is the question mark, and the speed figures are a little light. If you follow us on Monday nights, you know All-Terrain Jane's sleepy time curse that this horse broke on June 26th, going wire to wire. That's going to have to probably be the tactics that All-Terrain Jane takes in this race. But I don't know that I've seen a lot of other horses who are ultimately going to be that type on just being on the lead. And the speed figures that this horse has put up early, especially last out, obviously going to need to slow that down a little bit in order to get this longer distance. But I'm not uncomfortable taking a shot on an 8-1 with Bino aboard on a horse that I know generally tries and generally finishes pretty well in the stretch. So we'll go Just Oppose the 7 as my top pick and All-Terrain Jane at 8-1 as my value play. Race number 6, we're claiming 4,000, going 7 furlongs again. That tricky distance is back. We have a field of 7. The 5 and the 6 have been running against a little bit better than what they have here. The 5 is Miss MJ. The 6 is Charge It Jen. Your number 3 horse, Flying to the Line, at 2-1 on the morning line, is a horse that you certainly need to respect. This horse is 2 for 6 at the distance, 4 for 6 in the money at the distance. This horse is going to be on the lead early with Fraser Abley, who gets the break in the weight. You have to respect the 3, but I'm going to go with Miss MJ as my on-top pick with Jorge Carreno aboard at 5-1. This horse is 1 for 3 at the distance, 7 for 31 lifetime, but what I'm really interested in is being third off the layoff here. I'm hoping that this horse can get back to what the horse did off of the layoff August 16th when it came out and won a claiming $5,500 race, putting up a 73 speed figure. That was the highest speed figure on the paper that I can see. That's concerning, especially off of a layoff. Last time the race was really poor, but 7 for 31 lifetime for Jorge Carreno, and you're getting this horse third off the layoff at 5-1. I'm okay taking my shot, as I had mentioned. 2 steps faster. The number 7 is going to be my value play. Going back to the well with Devon Giddens. The confidence is a little bit shakier here, but you have a horse that has raced up at Assiniboia Downs 35 times, has 7 victories, 8 seconds, and 5 thirds. So I would call this a horse for the course. And what I circled is the results of this horse up at Assiniboia Downs this year. Always in the mix. 3 seconds, 2 thirds, and a victory. This is the type of horse that you might want to put into your StableDuel for a little bit better of a price at 6-1. The last race is a maiden claimer, 5,000, 5.5 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up. Your favorite is 0 for 17. I can't take favorites that are 0 for 17 at the maiden claiming level. I'm sorry. I will stick to that for my eternity of betting horses. I do think you want to pay attention to the bug weight here on the 6 favorite light. You have a horse that's shown a lot of early speed, getting the break in the weight with Fraser aboard. A horse to pay attention to there. But I'm going to go to the inside for both my top pick and my value play. My top pick is going to be Going Success. Your number 2 at 4-1 with Shavian Chow aboard. This horse has had a lot of trouble. In fact, if you look at the comments in 5 races, 3 of those broke slow, and bumped. Horse doesn't break well. Obviously a concern. Horse had Chow aboard in that maiden race. That was back on May 30th. The horse was off the layoff last time out. They snuck in a workout on August 10th. They came back and raced on August 23rd and broke a little bit better. So hopefully they figured out the problems with this horse coming out of the gate. And if we can get one here, the speed figures certainly fit. For my value play, I'm going back to Jerry Gourneau, who's hitting at 18% with maiden claimers. This horse has shown early speed. Maiden claiming races, I like horses that are going to be forwardly placed. They're at this level for a reason, and sometimes the horses that just can get out front first, the other ones might not like to pass. They're going 5.5 furlongs here. This horse has shown earlier speed at 6 furlongs. I'm hoping that the cutback in distance is at an advantage for GB's Turbo, and that will be my value play. But like I said, watch out for the 6 favorite Light at 6-1. So there you have it. That's 20 minutes, and we give you a quick rundown on your top pick and your value play on how I see the card for September 4th up at Assiniboia Downs. Please join us live Monday night as we watch the races together. We have a great community building, 50, 60, 70 people watching the show together and telling you who they like and how they are betting. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, my name is Colin Sheehan. This is Capping the Card on Trust the Profits on YouTube.